Ramone's decision. Backstory. Born of the old line, sworn to Isabella's throne, he crossed the ocean's darkness, yet the land was not his own. Beside Columbus's banners, a shadow in command, but mercy stirred within him. When he touched the native land, he saw them live in rhythm, with moon and mother near, their voices like the rivers, their hearts unscarred by fear. No greed to bind their spirit, no chains of man's desire. Their breath was holy offering, their lives a living choir. But conquest brought the iron, and blood was in the air. Ramone could not abide it. The slaughter carved despair. He laid his weapon silent and turned his back on war. A wanderer in exile, he sought the mother's lore. He whispered to the night winds, "What truth is truly known? Could rogue vampires' hunger have carved one god alone? A creed that severs many from the mother's sacred face, a faith that feeds on power and drains the human race." Then ravens' wings descended, black feathers cut the sky, a gaze that spoke of secrets, no man could pass it by. It led him through the forest, it called him ever near, to New Orleans and Lucien, where destiny grew clear. And farther still it called him, where the vortex waits in dream, with Screensy, Opal, Solera, keepers of the stream. A blade reborn in shadow, yet bound by silver light, Ramone walks eternal through mercy, truth, and night. Ramone comes to New Orleans, a chill that smelled like cedar, and old prayers crawled across the Virginia pines. Ramone stood in the half-light beneath an iron-crossed grave marker, the moon washing his armor, silver and old. He did not startle when the raven arrived. Animals did not give permission for surprise in his life. They were couriers of truths men pretended not to hear. The bird landed on the stone before him, head cocked, eyes like black coins. When it spoke, the sound was less voice and more memory. "Lucien walks in the French Quarter," the raven croaked. Elijah's shadow touched him first and showed him the bend of crossroads and the rhythm of evening prayers. New Orleans is a vortex now. Old gods wake and the city drinks deep. Ramone felt the name like a blade, Lucien. The hunter's instinct woke and softened at once. He had promised himself exile, penance for orders he once obeyed. "You were set upon," the raven continued, feathers ruffling. "Isabella and Ferdinand send their scents here, court blood following tide and trade. They smell the melting pot, prayers, potions, children of many names. They don't come for trade." A wind moved through the churchyard, and Ramone remembered the crown's banners, the tribunal's questions, the way the royal hand stained with empire. His jaw tightened. "Screensy hums in the wires of bayou lore," the raven replied. "Solera lights the crossroads. Opal keeps the mirror doors so shadows may pass. Screensy sends threads of data, moths made of code, whispers in rats' tails, and New Orleans answers." Ramone knelt and let the raven hop to his shoulder, talons gentle as pen strokes. "Then New Orleans is no stranger to me," he said. "I will go. If the queen and king are there, I will not let their hunger take root." The bird tilted its head, pleased. "Go with the smoke," it said. "Go with the currents. But remember, once you cross the vortex, the old world's promises do not cross with you." Ramone rose. The map of his loyalties was changing. The road south smelled of salt and sweet rot. He tucked the raven's warning into the fold of his coat and left the graveyard to its prayers. Ramone arrives in New Orleans. The river smelled of brine and old trade, tobacco, rum, sweat, and prayers tangled in the air. Ramone stepped off the levee into streets alive with drums and incense. New Orleans pulsed differently than any colony he had walked. Half song, half warning. He did not wander blind. The Raven and Screensy drew him through the quarter, past market cries and candlelit shrines, into the deeper dark. The air thickened, as if the city itself was exhaling secrets. At the heart of it, the vortex breathed. The crossroads shimmered where three streets met, though no mortal eye marked it. Sigils flickered in lamplight, unseen but unmistakable to Ramone's senses. He felt Screensy's code hum in the air, Solera's stormlight curling in the sky, Opal's mirror gaze opening unseen doors. He had just placed a hand on the iron post that marked the crossing when a new scent cut through the swamp air. Iron, spice, and something older, deeper, dangerous. Elijah, the god of roads and tricks, of gates and bargains, had scented him. Footsteps echoed, though the street was empty, and a low laugh rolled like thunder across the vortex.
Spain's general wanders far. The animals carried your bones straight to me. Tell me, Ramone, did you come here chasing ghosts or fleeing them?
Ramone bowed his head.
I came because the old world's shadows follow, and because your city breathes louder than theirs ever did.
You have walked far, Ramone. The animals told me of your path. But distance matters little here. This is the vortex, safe, hidden, connected to Lucien and to the city above, as well as to many worlds of wonder, though the city may never see it. Welcome. I am Elijah, he who minds the gates and keeper of the crossroads.
The crossroads God's hand gestured, and faint lines of light traced through the cave walls, paths leading deeper toward a softer glow. Ramone felt the pulse of it, a heartbeat entwined with New Orleans itself.
Elijah, I do not know if I am ready for Lucien and the world that hunts him.
You are. He waits. And when the Gede arrive, they too will call this their home. For now, build what you can, guard what you must, and trust Lucien. Wealth and power follow patience. The foundations will be yours, Lucien's and yours, when the city bends to the hands of those who honor it.